Hey, welcome back to Score on Business, and we're still with Bill. So Bill, getting back to execution, so you know, kind of the precursor for execution is to take the time to do a plan, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so once you get your plan in place, talk to us about what execution means to you and kind of what you all have done, maybe share a story or something.
Absolutely. Yeah, and execution really means, like you said, following that plan, you know, putting in the work. I think today, in this day and time, a lot of us want to give the impression or the image that we're working or that we're following through.
Yeah.
But really, this is about putting in the work. You know, sometimes I'm on social media, on Instagram or Twitter, and I see a picture and somebody says, I'm grinding, I'm on the hustle.
Yeah.
Well, you're not on the hustle if you're taking a picture of yourself and posting it on Twitter, right? But it's about following through. So, you know, when I first started Mitech Partners, you know, my goal was to match my previous salary.
Right.
You know, I worked for a big cable company, so I wanted to match that salary. And quite frankly, I didn't know if it was going to work.
Yeah.
You know, my old colleagues told me I was my old boss laughed at me.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, I know how to get customers. I don't know if it's going to work with me starting this new idea.
Yeah.
But I said, let me put together a plan. So Pete, I put together a 90-day plan. And we call it in our business now M90X. Now, you may be familiar with P90X. It's the workout plan, get you in shape. Well, M90X gets your business in shape, right? So I put together this regimen, 90 days. I said in 90 days, I should have this many customers and this many referral partners and this much traction, you know. So every day, I had structured every single hour of the day. You know, 8:30 to 10:30, prospecting, 10:30 to 12, following up with emails and answering voicemails and doing paperwork and quotes, 12 to 1 lunch, 1 to 3 follow-ups, 3 to 5 networking.
Yeah.
So I had this plan. Now I knew it wasn't going to work out perfectly every day. Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I got up every single morning and I worked my best to follow through, you know, with that plan. And after 90 days, I had so much momentum just because of that plan. You know, so, and I kept hearing in my head, my old colleagues, oh, it's not going to work. You're crazy. Or I kept having this image of my boss. But the more I worked, the more confident I became, because the harder I worked, the harder I executed, the more results I got.
Right.
So it's really about carrying out, you know, that plan and being disciplined and having a work ethic like we mentioned before.
You know, and let's say for a moment, if it hadn't worked out and you had to go back, it's, to me, it's a great experience to try and start a company. And it may not work. A lot of times it doesn't. You know, in your case it did, but, you know, to me, if I were hiring folks, I would place a higher premium on somebody who went out and tried to start a business and couldn't get it off the ground. So the key thing about, you know, and I tell people this all the time, the cool thing really about being an entrepreneur, starting a company, whether you succeed or fail, is really who you become in the process. Right. Because you face so many other issues. And listen, the reason I wrote the book, right, Get Off Your Assets, is because a lot of people will reach out to me and say, hey, I see you've made some progress or had some success as an entrepreneur, and I want to talk to you about my idea. Or I want to talk to you about my product, or I got this cool system that I think is going to work. And I would sit down and I say, listen, we need to talk about something else, because your product means nothing. Your idea, everybody has an idea every day. I got great ones every day, okay? It's about execution, right? And it's really about, are you harnessing the internal assets within you? Because entrepreneur is going to teach you about yourself. It's going to cut you open, wide open, and you're going to be forced to look at yourself in the mirror every single day. Do you have the discipline? Do you have the time management? Are you able to execute? Are you able to follow through even when you don't feel like it? You know, are you making excuses, or are you not accepting excuses? So that's what entrepreneurship is really about, and I agree with you. I mean, somebody who's gone through that process, and even if they didn't succeed, or even if they didn't reach their ultimate objective, if they came in for an interview, I bet you they're well more developed as a person and a professional than somebody who did. You know, my opinion is that nothing forces professional development as much as being an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
So you're talking about the person that takes a picture and says, I'm grinding. Well, you know, they're on the on salary, but when you're an entrepreneur, either you make it happen or you don't. And oh, by the way, you can't call, you know, IT or tech support, because you are tech support, you are marketing, you're everything.
Oh yeah, you're wearing a lot of hats, and it can be overwhelming. But you got to focus on the main things, you know. So and that's what's really the book is about too. It talks about, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot's going to be coming at you. You may be worried about a lot. But focus on the main thing, and execution
is the main thing.
Because if you're bringing home results, if you're bringing in new clients, if revenue is coming in and increasing, that's the main thing. Because hey, you know, Mark Cuban says sales is a cure-all for most businesses. You know, if you got a problem, add sales. You know, and that can probably cure your problem. So that's one of the main things. That entrepreneurs should be focusing on.
Okay, well, we've got some more to cover, but that's kind of the end of execution. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back.
Awesome.
Okay.